Once upon a time, there was a queen.
I wish I had a child as white as snow, that as red as blood and black as ebony.
Soon after, the queen gave birth to such a child, and then she died. The daughter she left behind was called Little Snow White. A year passed, and the king took another wife who was beautiful but proud and haughty.
I will have no one else surpass me in my beauty. Looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
Thou, O Queen, are the fairest of all.
But little Snow White grew more and more beautiful each day. When she turned 7, she was more beautiful than the new queen.
Looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
Snow White,
The queen was furious to hear this, and she called in a huntsman.
Take that child away and kill her. Bring back her lung and liver as a token.
The huntsman pretended to kill little Snow White, but he killed a wild boar instead. He took its lung and liver back to the queen as proof the child was dead, and the queen ate them.
Yum.
Little Snow White ran and ran until she spied a little cottage. Inside, a table was set for 7. She ate and drank only a tiny bit from each plate and mug. 7 little beds were lined up against the wall, and she fell asleep in the 7th. The owners of the cottage were dwarfs, who dug for ore, and they came home to the cottage soon after. "Who's been sitting in my chair?
Who has been eating off my plate?
Who's been eating my bread?
Who has eaten some of my vegetables?
Who's been using my fork?
Who has been using my knife?
Who's been drinking from my mug?" Then the first one noticed that his bed was used.
Who has been lying in my bed? And mine?
And mine too.
And mine?
And mine too.
And mine?
Wait a minute. There's someone in mine. They went and got their 7 little candles and crowded around the bed. "Heavens, oh heavens! What a lovely child! Why are you in our house?" She introduced herself and told them her story. "You can care for this house if you cook, clean, wash, sew, and knit. You will want for nothing." Because she would be alone in the house all day, they warned her.
Yes, thank you. That sounds like an excellent idea.
Because she would be alone in the house all day, they warned her. "But the queen will soon know that you are here. Don't let anyone into this house when we are away." Some weeks later, the queen went back to her looking glass.
Looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
O Queen, thou art the fairest of all I see, but over the hills, where the 7 dwarfs dwell, Snow White is alive and well, and none is so fair as she.
Ha! So that huntsman's betrayed me. Well, I shall paint my face and dress like an old paddler woman.
And this she did, so no one would recognize her. She went over the 7 mountains to the home of the 7 dwarfs and knocked on their door.
Good things I sell, very cheap and very pretty.
Good day to you. What have you to sell?
Pretty stays lace for trying your corset.
Oh my, those look lovely. You may come in.
Oh, but look at you. You look bright. Come, let me lace you up proper.
The queen laced her up so quickly and so tightly that little Snow White lost her breath and fell to the ground as if dead.
Fool, now I am the most beautiful.
When the dwarfs returned later, they saw that her stay laces were too tight, so they cut them off. Little Snow White began to breathe again and told them what had happened. "That was no old woman! That was the wicked queen! Don't let anyone into this house while we are away!" When the queen arrived back at the palace, she went over to her looking glass.
looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
O Queen, thou art the fairest all I see, but over the hills, where the seven dwarfs dwell, Snow White is alive and well, and none is so fair as she.
The queen was furious.
With the help of witchcraft, I shall make a poisonous comb that should put an end to her.
So she disguised herself to look like a different old woman and again went over to the seven mountains to where the seven dwarfs lived and knocked on their door.
Pretty things I sell, very pretty, very cheap.
Go away! I'm not supposed to let anyone in.
Well, just look then.
Oh my, that's very pretty. You may come in.
Oh, let me comb your hair for you, old proper.
As soon as the comb was placed in her hair, little Snow White fell down senseless.
Ha! At last you are done for, you little beauty.
Fortunately, the dwarfs arrived home early and removed the poison comb. Little Snow White told them what had happened.
That was the wicked queen again. Don't let anyone, I repeat, anyone into this house while we are away.
Back at the palace, the queen went to the looking glass once more.
Looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
Snow White,
Snow White should die, no matter what it takes, even if it costs my life.
This time, she made a poisonous apple, disguised herself as a farmer's wife, and knocked on the door.
Go away! I am not to let anyone in. The seven dwarfs have forbidden it.
That's all the same to me because pretty soon I'm gonna be rid of my pretty apples. Here, I give you one to try.
I shouldn't take anything.
Do you think it might be poison? Here, I have the white part and you can have the sweet red chicks.
The queen's part had no poison, so little Snow White took a bite of her piece and fell down dead.
Ha ha! White as snow, red as black, black as ebony, the seven dwarfs will not awake you.
The dwarfs came home that evening and found little Snow White no longer breathing.
Well, we could bury her in that dark, cold ground. We shall put her in a coffin made of glass and write her name upon it in gold letters so that everyone will know she was the king's daughter.
They carried this coffin up to the top of their mountain, and one of the dwarfs always stayed with it to guard her. A long time passed, and she looked as though she were asleep. One day, a prince from another kingdom came to the mountain and saw the coffin with Snow White.